Okay, we have our next project, which is our happy birthday. And this again is another fancy fold that just has a backing to it. And this is where your opening is going to be. And we're going to be using our Bonanza Buddies cute little set. This has just the toucan, I don't know, the cute little pandas right now in Australia. This is just so popular, and nice little sayings for birthdays, balloons, and everything. We're going to use a lot of that on our card today. So let me show you. We're going to first take our base. Again, I have the dimensionals for you on the PDF. I think I'm going to use snail this time. Let's just do this quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on. And these look like little birthday candles, so make sure your candle's going up. And we're using the designer papers out of that suite, which is so colorful and pretty. And then I cut a piece of the Bermuda Bay, and I have a small white piece of Whisper White. And this is the thicker Whisper White. And this measured 5 inches by 4.5, and I'm scoring it right there at 2.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold that down, and then use my bone folder. All right, and this will eventually get glued onto there, but first I'm going to go ahead and stamp, and we're going to stamp the inside of our card. I'm glad it's your birthday, so I can tell you how wonderful you are. I'm using Bermuda Bay ink, and I'm just going to kind of put it to the top so that I'll have room to write underneath. If you notice, I'm over to the left just a little bit. That's because I'm using this little strip of the paper, and this is where the toucans are. I'm just going to glue that right onto my edge for some extra color. Okay, I'm just going to take my glue. Oops. And I'm going to just put that right on the edge of my card. Just get it even. Flip that over a little bit. Oops. There we go. Okay. Now let me just wipe the surface. A little sticky there. I don't want to get that on my project. Okay. So now that we've gone ahead and done the inside, we're going to work on the outside. So I'm going to bring in a piece of paper again. And I'm going to go ahead and use this little star-like stamp. And I'm going to stamp in 3 colors. I'm going to be using my Daffodil Delight and my Grapefruit Grove and the Bermuda Bay. So I'm going to start with the lightest color and just randomly stamp around my card. Make sure I got the right edge. I'll just stamp around different spots. Stamp some off your card. You don't want it to look too exact. All right, and now let's take another color. We'll take our Grapefruit Grove. And we'll just stamp around there. Oops. There. And then let's use our Bermuda Bay. Do that one more time. Okay, now I'm just going to leave it like that because we have other things that we're going to be stamping. We're going to stamp these 3 balloons. So I'm going to use all of these colors with my little circle stamp. Which is this one. So let's go ahead. I think first we're going to put the balloon little strings, because then I'll know where to put the balloons. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to kind of do it there. And I'm going to use my yellow. That's the good thing. You can see through them and stamp them again. All right, then I'm going to use an orange. And then I'm going to use my blue. Just close up all my inks. Now I'm going to use a little piece of Whisper White and my birthday hat, and I'm going to use some Bermuda Bay ink and just go ahead and stamp that. And then I'm using the dies from the suite, and that is Bonanza dies, and I'm going to be using the 2 dies that cut out the hat and also the toucan. And this is right from the Designer Series paper. I didn't stamp him. So let me show you how I did that. I just took the bird paper. Let's get rid of this. And I placed my die right over it, centered it up. And the same thing with the hat. I put that on my cutting machine. And then I ran them both through. So now I have the little hat and the bird. And I'm going to go ahead and add the bird to the front of this card. And I wanted his beak to kind of be holding the balloons. So that's how I'm putting him on. I'm getting a dimensional. Let's put 2 on. And whatever way you can get him to hold your balloons with his beak, that's what I was aiming for. So I think I'm going to do it something like that. And then, of course, his little birthday hat, I'm going to put on a little dimensional. I believe a big one would work. No, I'm going to put a small one. That's too big. I'll just add a little small one. And we're just going to add that on to the top of his head. And then we have these cute little pom-poms. So because I have this orange strip, I gravitated towards the orange, but you could use any color you want. I don't think I would use the Bermuda Bay though. That's kind of the same. And I'm just going to dab a little glue and then put that on. Let's see. I'm going to stick with the orange. I like it. And you're just going to put that right on the top and give it time to dry. And then I'm also going to stamp in my Bermuda blue the words Happy Birthday. And we're going to just put that right, let's get that extra ink off of there, right on the top. And it just goes over all that festive, cute little, I don't know what those are, stars or something. And so then this part now is going to get glued onto here. So for me, it's easier to do it on the flat side. You can do it on the back of your white. Just don't go all the way to the edge. I'm getting out of glue. And you want to go ahead and put that right in there, like that. And just press down, give it a minute. And then this one, I'm popping up with dimensionals. And I'm going to put that on my card base. Bring back in the card base. Again, make sure your candles, that the wicks are facing up, not down, otherwise you'll have an upside down card. And this is it, we're done. We're gonna put that right in the middle. And then just give your card time to dry, the pom-pom and everything like that, but we're done. So that's how they're gonna open their card. It'll fit in a standard envelope and you're good to go.